Hey writer friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing with you a day in the life outlining vlog plus outlining advice. If you're new here, my name is Holly. I'm a writer aspiring to be a published author. If you haven't already, please give this video a big thumbs up and click subscribe to support my channel and ring that bell so you don't miss any videos. Okay, so it is Sunday. I have a lot more energy than I usually do on Sundays, but it's Sunday, September 27th. We are so close to Preptober. You guys know that I have started prepping early for Preptober, and today, in exactly 10 minutes, I will be joining author Angela Ann for a live stream. Early morning live streams are really good for me because they help set my intentions for the day. I get to be productive right away in the morning, and yeah, I know for sure at least I get this 2 hours of productivity done while having fun at the same time. So you guys saw that early morning B-roll where I went for a run. I'm trying to get back into running because I haven't, and I've just really wanted to get back into shape, and my cardio has just gone downhill. So I am doing the Couch to 5K, and there's an app, so I really like that because I don't have to keep looking at my phone. Okay, a minute's passed, I have to start running. A minute's passed, I have to start walking. And so it's a really good way for me to try to get back into running. But it was really, really good. Because I was listening to music, and one of the things that music helps me do is it helps me start thinking about my novels and characters, because I like to kind of, whatever I'm listening to, I try to see what can I attribute this scene that's playing in my head for the lyrics. What can I attribute that to? And so then I start thinking of characters or scenes. And so yeah, I actually thought of something for Project Diamond on my run, which is really exciting. And it was actually really important too. It was partly the theme for the novel, but then also part of my main character's internal arc, which is huge. That is what the story is all about, is that internal arc and the theme of the novel. What story are you trying to tell, and how is your character going to grow? So I really recommend doing that, whether you're going for a walk or you're just sitting, just clearing your mind away from social media, even listening to music, and just kind of being settled and grounded. And so you can give your mind that space to come up with ideas. So that's something that has helped me for outlining that I just did this morning. But I'm going to hop on the live stream and get to incorporate that into my outline. And I think I'm still going through the plot summary for the Disney movie that my novel is based off of, and seeing what I want to take from that and put into my novel. So that's probably what I'll be doing during the live stream. I feel bad. I ran out of time to shower, and I call it de-scuzzing myself. So I did not have time to de-scuzz myself after my run. So I'm a hot mess, but it's okay because there's a screen separating me from the rest of the peoples in the world. But I'm gonna go ahead and show the live stream. So we're getting ready to start the live stream. I'm ready to be productive. Hey guys, I just finished sprinting with Angela. That was so much fun. I got so much done, and I always have such a great time chatting with her on her live streams. She's awesome. I'm planning on having her as a guest on one of my Preptober live streams, which hopefully I can plan and get those out soon so people can set reminders for those. But I just had so much fun, and it was just so easy going to outline. I did some world building, working on the setting, picking pictures that I wanted and adding it to a Pinterest board. That's another outlining advice tip, is either adding pictures to your story Bible or adding pictures to a private Pinterest board so that when it comes time to write down a setting description or what a character looks like, you can just quickly reference the picture instead of trying to like come up with what something looks like in your head. Because I found I didn't do enough of that for Project Pride last NaNoWriMo, and I was really struggling with setting descriptions, you guys. So even like going down to the nitty-gritty of what a room looks like that you know is going to be in the story, or you know, if characters are traveling from one scene to the next, what that looks like, and then of course all of the character pictures so that you can like describe them, and even picking out like outfits and stuff. So those visuals are going to be really important. So I did that for the setting, and I already have a couple character pictures as well. And then I just went back to working on my plotting. I'm still kind of going through the plot summary for the Disney movie, and right now I'm going pretty linearly with lining things up to be exactly like what's happening in the movie, but I know I don't want it like that because I don't want it to be the exact same storyline. I just want it to be kind of based off it. So I'm kind of trying to deviate from that plot, but I did get a lot done. So I was able to cross off a few more things. As you can see, I am very all over the board with my Preptober calendar, but like, look, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 days already crossed off of the month. And so like, I'm going into October just already being ahead, which is just super, super awesome. But so probably what I'm gonna do right now is take care of my pets because they were going crazy for lunch, grab some lunch myself, rest a little bit, and then I'm hoping to jump back into being productive. There's a couple other writerly things I need to do, and things on my schedule, so I'll try to knock those out of my to-do list and then go back to outlining. Alright you guys, so a little bit of time has passed since I last jumped on here. I finished outlining with my sister Heather. As you saw, we were Skyping. I try to like not slow down my laptop with Skype, so I was Skyping on my phone and then working on Project Diamond on my laptop. That's another kind of just general pro tip for Preptober for outlining, is to have an accountability buddy that you can rely on to make sure that they're, you know, holding you accountable with getting the outline done and staying on track with your goals. But also, Heather is not just my sister slash accountability buddy, but she is also my alpha reader. If you guys don't know about alpha readers, Heather and I actually made a video that I will link down below, but it's talking all about what an alpha reader is, what the difference is between an alpha and a beta reader. But Heather is my alpha reader, and so I can rely on her and come to her if I'm having problems in the outlining process. So of course I want everything that I'm writing in the first draft, when she's reading it, I want everything to be fresh and new for her, but sometimes I may come across some like stumbling blocks or things that I'm not really sure of and want to troubleshoot with her before I actually start writing. But so when we're Skyping together, I can go to her and say, hey, I want to run a couple beats through you if I'm going through the Save the Cat beat sheet, or, you know, I'm not really sure about this part of my character arc or this motivation. Can you look this over and see if it works? Does it sound good? And so that just sets me up for success, so that when I do write that first draft, it's that much cleaner and that much easier to edit in the future. So it's kind of like present Holly is doing things right to save future Holly a lot of hard work. And so I know Heather has done that for me as an alpha reader in the outlining process, going through some plot points. And usually by the time I get to that part when I'm actually reading her first draft, I don't even remember what happened. And yes, I did say that first draft, we do actually read each other's first drafts as alpha readers. But anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this outlining vlog and little tidbits of advice that I threw into the mix. Please let me know in the comments down below any tips or tricks you have for outlining that you'd like to share with us. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!